Hi class, it's me again, Erin. Welcome to Module 2. In this video, I'm going to walk you through Module 2's activities and assignments and give you a few reminders. So like every module, your first stop is the overview, where you'll get an overview of what we'll be doing for the week in really broad terms. Your second stop is the agenda, where you'll see the specific list of tasks you'll be asked to complete for the week. So you can see that list here. Keep it handy. After looking through the overview and agenda, head on over to the lectures and readings folder. You can see that the reading assignment this week is to read chapters 3 and 4 in your textbook. And then we have 2 lecture videos for you to watch this week. Each one corresponds to one of the chapters. So this first video is called Is There a Real You? Corresponds to chapter 3 in your textbook. And it's by a philosopher, and he's asking questions about whether there's one true self, one core set of aspects that make up who you are. The second one is by a psychologist named Dan Ariely, and he is talking about self-regulation, which is also known as self-control, and he provides some background on self-control, why we're not very good at it, and a few tips on how we can do it better. Next, head on over to the assignments folder where you'll find our 2 weekly assignments. The first one is the Module 2 quiz, which covers the textbook readings, Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. The quiz consists of 10 questions, each multiple choice, and you'll have 30 minutes to complete all 10 questions. Second is the Module 2 discussion board. As always, you'll have 2 discussion prompts to respond to. And you'll be asked to discuss your thoughts. In this case, you'll be asked to discuss your thoughts on yourself, which will make a lot more sense after you read the textbook and watch that first video on what self means. And then the second question is to share a time in your life in which you had either a self-control success or failure. And remember, when you're answering the questions, refer back to the textbook and cite the textbook. Both because it's a requirement, but also to remember that you're not just sharing personal events in your life, but you're sharing with classmates how the social psychological concepts from class relate to your life. So in this case, it'll be self-control or self-regulation. Just a general note for this week and all weeks. Make sure you're familiar with how the discussion board is going to be graded. As I already mentioned, you should respond to both questions posted that week, plus make a minimum of 3 responses back to your peers. Other requirements of the discussion board assignment are that you make your first weekly posting by Wednesday evening at 11:59 p.m., that you post on 3 different days of the week, and that you use at least 2 citations in your posts for the week using APA writing style. And of course, you're welcome to use a textbook for both and or all of your citations throughout the course. And just to tell you a little bit more about that, the idea behind that citation requirement is to get you in the habit of backing up your writing and backing up your thoughts with evidence. This is common for all scientific fields, and psychology is a science, and so just something you should do in a science class. Okay. So that's the rationale behind that requirement. And then last but not least, all of Module 2's assignments and activities are due on Sunday, March 31st by 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. And as always, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll be happy to answer them via email. See you soon. Bye.